Tonight, Orion Neighborhood Television brings you Lake Orion Lacrosse. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to ONTV's coverage of Dragon Athletics. Tonight, we have Lake Orion versus the visiting Chargers from Flint Powers. In goal tonight for the Dragons is Riley McGee. See the netminders warming up there before this contest with Powers. And on the other side for Powers in net, we have Brock Owen. He's a senior and a very important leader on this team. For Powers, as you see the guys lining up, and there's number 16, another guy we need to watch out for. His name is Nick Racine, another sophomore on this Powers club. And there's head coach Brad Thomas for the hometown Lake Orion Dragons, preparing his squad for tonight's contest. It's a beautiful night out here. The sun pokes through the clouds, and it's relatively warm. It's in the, I believe, a high of 62 today, but game time it's going to be around 55 degrees to 57 degrees as you see the crowds grabbing a snack before this one. We'll be back after this short timeout with the start of this lacrosse match with Lake Orion and Flint Powers. We'll be back after this short timeout. This is ONTV. Welcome back. Lake Orion Lacrosse about ready to get underway here at Dragon Stadium. And don't forget, you can order DVD copies of this program by calling 248-693-3377. For only $10, you get a copy of this and any other game in our broadcasting vault. 248-693-3377. Here are the conditions at game time. 62 degrees was the high. It has dipped a little bit since we printed that up, and it's quite windy out here, but the field is dry and fast. And there's Chuck Barrett, the Powers coach. And we heard from coach of Powers talk to his players before this game, saying, let's start fast and start strong. And we have some upcoming games for you ONTV fans out there. Lake Orion girls varsity soccer against Troy at home on the 26th, and ONTV will be there with cameras. On the 27th, we're going to try to bring you some varsity baseball. That would be on tape delay. On May 2nd, varsity softball versus Clarkston. And on May 9th, girls lacrosse versus Clarkston as well. Weather permitting, ONTV cameras will be bringing you those contests as they happen. It'll be a first for us here at ONTV to cover baseball and softball, so it should be an interesting experiment to see how that comes across. But both softball and varsity baseball clubs for the Dragons again this year in 2012 are at a high level, and we would be remiss not to mention too the track teams. The for Lake Orion, the guys track team is picked as one of the top in the state, and they are a juggernaut and a force. So if you get a chance to come out to a track meet, we highly suggest you do so, just to check out the athletic talent here in Lake Orion. About ready here for the opening draw. Again, this is Flint Powers down the road from down 75 here to Lake Orion here to take on the Dragons as play starts at a fast pace. And Powers wins the opening draw and begins to set up their offense. I believe this is only the second boys varsity lacrosse match ONTV has broadcast. So if you're new to lacrosse, so are we, and we're learning as we go. It's quite exciting. It's a mixture of hockey, soccer, and a little bit of basketball thrown in. But it's quite exciting and really fun to watch as number 4, Dominic Hamper for Powers, has the ball. At 16, Nick Racine, the sophomore. Thought he had an opening, but had to take it back out behind the net. Nice crisp passing early by Powers as they shoot on net, and that one is deflected out. Another one comes in. And score. Powers on the board first. That is number 2, Aaron Hanchett. Hanchett with the goal to give Powers a 1-0 lead here in the early going of this contest. at the 11:02 mark of the first quarter. Now we do have the girls lacrosse matches playing here on ONTV. They do play halves.
Number 4, Dominic Hapner.
Oh, we thought it was number 2, Hanchett, but it's Dominic Hamper. Hamper with the goal. And you saw they had 3 shots at it on the rebounds. And I don't care what sport you're in, if you give the offense 3 rebounds out front of the net, bad things happen for the defense.
Correction, Powers goal number 2, Aaron Hanchett.
Hey, it was Hanchett. My eyes aren't that bad after all. Aaron Hanchett with the goal for Powers and the correction from our PA announcer. And we come back to midfield for the draw. Dragons looking to try to equalize this one up as soon as possible. And play resumes here as number 13, Ian Schlitt, takes the opening draw here after the goal by Powers. And here is Hanchett again, quick attack, but turned away by the Dragon defense. That ball is loose on the turf. And scooped up by for Lee Hay. Grant Glendy sends that one far upfield. Is Aiello, Robert Aiello, also a football player, I believe. Tries to gather that one in, number 20. Battling Noah Floyd there on the sideline, and I'm going to say it was knocked out of bounds, and the Dragon will have the Flint Power Chargers will have the ball as time continues to run here. Another difference in the game between the girls' game and the guys is that there's frequent clock stoppages. In the girls' lacrosse matches, the clock is more tuned to a soccer match where the clock continues to run. There are times where the clock will stop, but we'll see lots of clock stoppages here. And the quarters run 12 minutes. Power sitting up behind the net there as the defense tries to push him away. That's Grant Glendy doing a nice job, number 2, behind the net. Dominic Hamper again threatening, just probing the outside of that defense. Dragons do a nice job of shutting down the backdoor feed. Nick Racine out top for Powers. Thought he lost the handle. Nice defense by the Dragons to jar that one loose, and it's free. A lot more contact here in the guys' game than in the girls. There's helmets involved and shoulder pads and padded gloves. A lot of contact. Oh, what a quick strike. Amazing shot. That was number 11, Connor Maxgood. Wow, what a shot. That was fast. And Powers up.
Connor Maxgood.
Powers up 2-0 over the hometown Dragons early here. Connor Maxgood. Quick strike offense here for Powers, and we mentioned earlier that we heard the coach for Powers, Chuck Verrett, talk about, hey, we need to strike early and strike fast, and they have done so. They've responded 2-0 early here in the first quarter of play as Aaron Hanchett takes that ball. Looking to do some more damage here to this Dragon defense. It's a little shell-shocked as that ball sails high and wide. You can hear the chatter there on the sideline. Defense saying, hey, talk to each other, help each other out. Joseph Friedman in the contest on defense. Number 24 doing a nice job out there. And then Glendy pressuring number 2. Jars that ball out, and it's on the turf. Dragons looking to scoop it up, and Aiello's on the move. Aiello has some wheels. We've seen him on the football turf. Oh, nice feed inside, just offline. And Tyler Gattinger just couldn't gather that one in. Gattinger is a sophomore for this Dragons squad. Had it point blank, just couldn't hang on to it. Brock Owen in goal again for the Chargers of Flint Powers. There's a lot of chatter out there. Ball fed in nicely there by the Chargers. Oh, overshot his line a little bit. And you'll notice a red crease. There's a circle around the net there. That is a crease. Similar to a hockey crease, but it travels a further distance around the net. Play call being called in from the sideline for Flint Powers as the they're calling orange, and that ball is jarred loose by the Dragon defense. Dangerous area to be in, and is still free. Powers hustle play. They run it down. 7:20 left in this first quarter of play. Dragons down 2-0. 2 quick scores here by Flint Powers. Dominic Hamper putting on the moves, getting close. He rotates around that crease area, but it's saved nicely by number 30, Riley McGee. And they're going to call a penalty here, a little foul. Now, one thing we're going to find here in the guys' game is that the referees will throw a yellow flag out if there's a penalty, and they'll call a major foul, and they do have some power plays, if you will. The player will have to sit for either 30 seconds or a minute, depending on the severity of the penalty. So you can see man up or man down situations for both squads, depending on what the call is. Aiello scoops that one up nicely and feeds it up to his teammate, looking to get some offense set. We haven't seen much Dragon offense so far in this first quarter, as we're inside 6:30 left in this first quarter of play. Booker with the ball, patiently. Crossfield pass. They're just kind of probing the outside of that defense. Is number 7, Bogus. Brad Bogus with the ball. Swings it around again. Just kind of feeling out the defense here, seeing where the weaknesses may be as number 17 gathers with the one that's Sean Raymore. And that ball's down on the turf again by the... What a job by number 14. That is Nick Tata to keep that ball in his cross. He was checked severely, but that ball stayed in the net. Being pestered by the Dragon defense. Number 4 still has it. That is Dominic Hamper. Hamper showed some moves. He's a dangerous force out there in the offensive end. Quick moves in and out. Ooh, tough angle on that shot. He was going for the bounce shot in, but McGee was there. Launches it up midfield, and huge collision at midfield between, that's number 8, Gorsick. Mike Gorsick on D goes down hard. And here we go, 18's on the run. That is Jonathan Zito. And the Dragon defense does a nice job of getting back to slow down his advance. There are changes on the fly here in lacrosse. That ball is down, and nice save by McGee. McGee's been tested early and often here in this first quarter of play, and so far he's done a nice job. Oh, near interception at point blank range as McGee slings that ball upfield. Ball is again on the turf. Burkall having a hard time with that ball, but gathers it in, and he's making a run up that right side. Advancing that ball without impedance, doing a nice job as we approach 4 minutes left in this first quarter of play. 2-0 lead here. Flint Powers scoring early on a hand-shot goal at 11:02 and a max good at 9:08 of the first quarter. Dragons content at staying at the perimeter of that offense, just kind of staying on the edges. Jacob Burkle with the ball. Loses the handle, but grabs it back and feeds it up to his teammate. And here's a cut inside and a shot. Bounce, just missed the near post. And that ball goes out. And I believe Dragons will retain possession. We'll see. Yes, they'll retain possession as we hit 3:30 left in the first. Dragons have the ball. Bogus circles back around behind the net. Feint to Miller. Bogus with the ball, drops it just inside the crease. Ball is free and scooped up easily by Brock Owen. Owen, the keeper, and Powers loses it out of bounds. to the Dragons. It looks like Nick Booker will be triggering this one from the side. He's a junior on this squad. Dragons with the ball. Booker trying to get it in. Being pestered by the Powers defense there. Slings it and scores. Nick Booker tallies the first one for the Dragons here at 3:02.
Goal number 10, Nick Booker.
Nice shot by Booker, kept it low. And that ball finds the back of the net and whizzes by goalkeeper Brock Owen for a 2-1 Powers lead, but the Dragons get on the board as we approach 3 minutes left in this first quarter of play. Nice answer there by the Dragons. Booker got in the clear in front of that net and sent it home. Ian Schlitt there, number 13, battling. Schlitt is a senior as he circles it back around. Sean Raymore, number 17, has the ball and slings it behind the net to try to set up the offense. DeAngelis with the ball, number 5, slings it up, over the intended recipient of that one. That was number 7. Bogus just missing that one. Centering pass, and it gets through and missed. Looked like Zach Miller, the junior, took his eye off the ball just a second. That ball sails out of play, and it'll be Powers' ball. And you see the clock has stopped, and the ball went out of play. And you hear the air horn in the background. That means there's been substitutions. And it's interesting to watch lacrosse, see all the action on a full field of view. We're kind of limited here with the television cameras, but you should see all the action behind the scenes. Players coming in and off the field. It's an interesting dance, if you will, of coordination by the coaches and the players to make this game possible here. Dragons look to set up the offense here. Inside 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Powers leads 2-1. Dragons looking to make a move here. And easily stopped by Owen. Like Jonathan Stanley with that one, trying to do something with it. And rough play and a foul, you'll see it. Number 6 called for the slash. That is Tyler Gattinger, the sophomore, and he'll be sitting down for a little bit. So there's going to be a man advantage here for Powers, I believe, for 30 seconds. So the ball gets advanced up the field, and number 6 will take a seat.
Lake Orion penalty, number 6. Slashing, 1 minute.
Slashing, he's at 1 minute, so he's out for 1 minute. So a man advantage for Powers for 60 seconds as play continues. Ball is on the turf. And you see number 6 kneeling on the sideline there, serving his time. These guys battling the sideline for that ball. It can get vicious out here. As they're sorting this one out. Looks like Nick Booker checks back in for the Dragons, as well as number 15. That'll be Jacob Burkle. And Burkle with the ball over to Booker. Booker has the lone goal for the Dragons so far this evening. Inside 1 minute of play in this first quarter of play. 2-1 lead here, Flint Powers. Jacob Burkle, the senior, hanging on to that ball. And timeout Lake Orion, I believe. 42.5 seconds to go in the quarter, and timeout is called.
Lake Orion calls timeout.
Yes, it's a Lake Orion timeout. So what have we seen so far? A lot of pressure by that Powers offense on the Dragons. But the Dragons responded at 3 minutes, 2 seconds left in the first quarter to get on the board. A goal by Nick Booker. As Coach Thomas talks to the guys to get ready. Get ready to conclude this first period of play. Nice crowd on hand here at Dragon Stadium for this contest. Sports fans out enjoying the nice weather. It is getting a little chilly as the sun hides behind the clouds here and the shadows start creeping in. But the Dragon faithful are always here on hand in numbers to cheer on the student athletes here. Again, they take their positions where they last stopped play after the timeout. And that is Bradley Bogus, I believe, with the ball, number 7, yes. He's a senior, they're gonna get play underway here. Approaching 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Dragons would love to get an equalizer here before the first period expires. And here comes the play, they're gonna make a move, a wide lane in there and just missed. And saved easily by Brock Owen. He's been on point for every shot except one tonight for Flint Powers. Ball is jarred loose as we hit 15 seconds left. Dragons making a furious charge here. Number 17, Sean Raymore with the ball. Challenged by number 16, Nick Racine for Powers. Slows momentum, 5 seconds to go, looking for a shot on goal. And that ball is on the turf, and it looks like we'll expire here. First quarter of play ends. Powers striking quick and early here in the first quarter of play. 2-1 lead at the end of one. We'll be back after this short timeout with the second period of play. You're watching ONTV's coverage of high school sports. Welcome back to this broadcast of high school sports. And don't forget, if you'd like a copy of this program or other sporting event, you can order a DVD copy by calling 248-693-3377. And here's some upcoming games that will be covered by Orion Neighborhood Television. April 26th, girls varsity soccer versus Troy. April 27th, varsity baseball versus Oxford. This will be our first baseball game we've covered. Then we have softball and some more soccer on the docket all through April, and we're going to go into late May with the high school coverage. And so stay tuned to ONTV's Public Access Channel 10 on Comcast, Channel 99 on AT&T Uverse. And a quick score, 15 seconds into the second, and Powers again strikes quickly.
Powers goal number 16, Nick Racine.
Nick Racine with a powerful shot there, and caught the Dragons sleeping a little bit after that side change in the second quarter. And now it's 3-1. Again, the quick play of the Chargers from Flint Powers are it's really paying dividends right now for the visitors up the road. We have the draw, and Powers grabs it, number 25, Javier Guerrera. That ball is free on the ground and still free. Ooh, Dragons had a nice opportunity to try to grab that one off at point-blank range, but Powers was there. Heavy checking out there on the field, tried to jar that ball loose in the defensive end, and Aaron Hanchett, number 2, is having none of it as Powers again quickly advances that ball up the field. That's Spencer Owen spinning and trying to get free, but finds Hamper behind the net, number 4, to set up the offense. Offense looks like it runs through number 2, Aaron Hanchett, the senior, as he gets the ball back again, but nearly steps out of the field of play. Very close. The ball is deflected over to Riley McGee. Oh, nice defensive play there to impede the stick of McGee, but he recovers nicely to get that ball. Oh, and McGee was out of the crease area. And they're going to call a turnover here back to Powers. And Dominic Hamper will trigger from the behind the net. We'll see what he can do with it. Defense needs to stand tall here. Powers with a 3-1 lead. on the quick score at the start of the second half, just 15 seconds in. Dragons down 2. Powers again, setting up, and a quick shot and a stop by McGee. Boy, Riley McGee doing a nice job. He is being pressured by this Powers offense. Started from the opening draw, and that ball is on the turf. Near turnover by the Dragons. Ooh, and the unforced error by number 11, that is Joseph Goodrich, drops that ball on the turf, and Powers has it, and they're on the move. Oh, what a collection. That pass forward looked like it was out of the reach of number 1, Spencer Owen, but he collected it in. What a grab. But he wasn't balanced and had to slow down the attack and reset the offense. Nick Racine loses the ball on good defense by number 20, Robert Aiello. That ball is free again on the turf. Looks like Powers is winning all the hustle plays so far in this second quarter. And here we go, Owen. Nice defense by, I think that was number 3, Wilbon, Damian Wilbon, for the Dragons. Excuse me, that was number 2, Grant Glendy with the defense there. Number 2 for the Dragons to turn that offensive rush away. Clock has stopped. Not sure why the clock has stopped. You see on your screen we have the clock, it has stopped, and there's another goal by Powers again. They are doing some major damage here tonight, folks. 4-1, number 14, that is Nick Tata. Tata with a goal. We're going to call it at 9:35, though it looks like the clock is stopped. We have a little malfunction going on here with our scoreboard. And that's the scoreboard in the stadium. We have a camera trained on the scoreboard to bring you the clock. Ian Schlitt here to take the draw.
Powers goal number 14, Nick Tata.
Tata is the pronunciation. I call him Tata. Patata. You know the rest. Nick Tata had a nice shot. Now we've seen the offensive setup here by Powers. They like to strike fast from behind the net and get the player isolated, offensive player isolated in front of the net and have a quick exchange. And it's worked so far to the tune of 4-1. Dragons down 3, looking to answer here to get some momentum back, but right now it's firmly in the hands of Flint Powers.
Technical difficulty.
All right, so the referees just realized the clock has ceased to operate properly. And we'll remove that from the screen just to alleviate any confusion. So once that is fixed, usually it's just a reset of the system, and we'll see how long that takes. Well, play will continue, and they'll keep time on the field. So Dragons once again with the ball here, looking to do something with it. Jacob Burkle, number 15, with the ball. Spins around. Trying to make some progress against number 40, Noah Floyd. Oh, and he stepped out of bounds, and Coach Thomas is calling for a push. He thought his player was pushed off that end line there, and here comes a flag. You see that yellow flag come rolling in. I have a feeling we're going to have a man-down situation due to the protest of Coach Brad Thomas. Unsportsmanlike conduct called against Coach Thomas as he does not agree at all with that call. So the Dragons will be one down on a unsportsmanlike conduct call on the bench. Didn't seem too severe. I don't know if there's a coaching box like they have in football where you have certain boundaries you can walk and run in, and you saw Coach Thomas run near to the end zone to protest that call, and Referee tagged him with an unsportsmanlike, so Dragons will be down 1 man. So the defense is going to have to stand tall here. Aiello, number 20, nicely done on defense. He's got the longer stick. And a shot on goal and knocked down easily seen by Riley McGee, the junior netminder here for the Dragons. Ball is sent in point blank and taken easily again by Brock Owen. Just seems to be in position every time that ball comes near him. Play is stopped here. Referees will be chatting with the players here for a moment. I think Tyler Gattinger, the sophomore, is serving the man down penalty as the ball is advanced up the field due to the whistle. And out front again. We saw that play 2 other times. Ball is on the turf and knocked and it rolls in. How lucky can you get? That ball was on the turf and never left it and just kind of trickled in. 5-0 lead here for Powers. Excuse me, 5-1, a 4-goal lead here for Flint Powers.
Powers goal, and the score is Powers 5, Lake Orion 1.
I believe that was by number 2, Hanchett. Man, oh man, that was just a lucky roll.
Was by number 2, Aaron Hanchett.
Hanchett's second of the game here for Powers, and it's a 5-1 lead. Powers firmly in command here so far, and they're going to say advantage to Powers on that draw after the goal. Play continues, and they're looking to strike quick again, and they do score. Wow. Connor Maxgood, that's his second.
Powers goal number 11, Connor Maxgood.
Maxgood, unreal.
2, Aaron Hanchett.
Assist by Hanchett. Hanchett and Maxgood, that's his second goal of the game. Hanchett, 2 goals and assist in the first half.
Score is now 6-1, Powers over Lake Orion.
Dragons reeling now, trying to have some sort of answer to this offensive onslaught since the end of the first quarter. It was 2-1 coming into the second period of play, but Powers has really laid it on the Dragons here. 4 unanswered goals as the referee talks to Aiello and number 6, Brooks Morgan, saying they were getting a little too antsy over there. And he's losing his patience with these athletes out here. I'm not sure. We didn't see what was going on. We're getting ready for the draw, and frustration on the referee's part. It's kind of rare to see. Usually they keep their cool, and they were talking to the athletes pretty firmly there. And that ball is advantage. Which way is he going to call it? Advantage Powers. And play is on. Hanchett with the ball, feeds it to the left corner again over to Dominic Hamper. And we're going to watch the front of that net. You're going to see Hamper making a feint towards the front. Then he goes to the back, and you see the quick shot up front to the trailing player. Again, there it is. Same play, and then Hanchett just misses it wide right. But it's the same play we've seen all evening long, to the tune of 6-1 for Powers, advantage. But holy man, that play seems to work. They'll go, hey, go do it until the well runs dry, as we see a rare Riley McGee coming out of the net and slings that ball up quite far, but it is on the turf again. Unforced error. Big check by number 1, Zachary Miller for the Dragons. Booker feeding that ball over left side. Nick Booker, the only tally for the Dragons tonight at 3:02 of the first quarter. And that's all the scoring for the Dragons. They've pressured a couple times, but Chargers goalkeeper Brock Owens been in position every time, and his vision has been clear, and he's seen that ball and stopped it. Jacob Burkle with the ball, feeds it over. Miller with the ball, looking for something over there, and he's getting beat up over there. Looks like a demolition derby. Looks like Hanchett called for a hold. And I have a feeling that he'll go it's on the blue, so I believe they're a man down. Maybe that's 22. Frankie Virgos.
Powers penalty number 2, holding 30 seconds.
Well, it is number 2, Hanchett. So it's a 30-second penalty. So man advantage here, power play for the Dragons for 30. See what they can do with it. Ooh, again, taking your eye off the ball. Jacob Burkle lucky to collect that one back in again. Seen that ball in the turf way too much tonight here by the Dragons on unforced errors, just dropping that ball and losing momentum and flow. That ball is slung a little too strong. Out of bounds. Miller can't collect that one in. So Powers will get going on offense. Number 48, Brendan Reno with the ball. Reno slings it back to Owen. Checking from behind, nicely done by number 7. That's Bradley Bogus. Brad Bogus looking to do something here, cutting inside. Triple teamed, and that ball is stolen. What a play. And another nice check from behind by the Dragons to get that ball back. Dragons advance it up. Nick Booker with the ball, nice inside cut, changes hands to the left, and he's dropped to the turf, no call. Play continues. And you know, Coach Brad Thomas is going to be a little quiet about his complaints because they already call him for an unsportsman. And got a 30-second penalty. We're inside 4 minutes in the second quarter of play. Powers up 6-1 over your hometown Dragons. Start of this period, it was only 2-1 in favor of Powers. 4 unanswered. On a quick scoring onslaught here by Powers. Nice job by Aiello, number 20, to knock that ball loose. Dragons looking to get a rush going. Nice heads-up play to kick that one out of the area. Powers gets the ball again. Dominic Hamper, been calling his name all night long. Oh, he's dangerous inside, and a bounce score. Hamper, nice setup, man, and he finally rewarded with a goal out front at 3:20. Clock is now functioning. Hamper, we saw him earlier setting up the goals for Hanchett and Max Hood. I believe even Racine. But now Hamper is rewarded with the tally and a 7-1 lead for Powers at the 3:20 mark of the second quarter of play. Dragons looking for some sort of offense. I believe they only had 1 shot on goal this quarter. A lot of collision out there, and it looks like, not sure what they're going to call here. Let's see, they're going to give it to Powers, is the indication. Not sure why they blew the whistle. Powers already had the ball. Little aggressive on the check there by number 2, Glendy. And the flag is out. That means there will be a penalty. And there's another one. So he throws his hat. We have a flag and a hat on the field. I think frustration is starting to set in here for the Dragons as our referee here, who's short on patience tonight. He was the one talking to the players earlier about keeping position. Number 11, looks like a slash, 1 minute. That was Joseph Goodrich. Number 7, another minute. And unsportsmanlike conduct, Bradley Bogus. Quite the explanation here. I think the Dragons will be down 2 players. As he's explaining it to the official on the side. And Coach Thomas would like to talk about it, but the referee waves him off, says no can do.
/1 minute. Lake Orion penalty number 1 /1 minute.
Zachary
Lake
Miller.
Orion penalty number 7, 32nd.
That's Brad Bogus, number 7. So they're down 2 men. 2-man advantage here for Powers, just what the Dragons didn't need. But it looks like a frustration play here on the Dragons' part. Usually, when you lose your cool, that's when they start tagging you with the fouls and penalties. And that was a pretty easy one to call. The unsportsmanlike is more the losing your cool out there, but the slash looked more of a, he's just trying to make a play. No intent to do any damage there. It's just part of lacrosse, but the unsportsmanlike, definitely loss of cool as Powers looks to strike on the 2-man advantage, and they just miss. And you see McGee trying to extend that cross to gain advantage, to say, hey, I'm closer to the ball than you, but no can do. Powers has it again. Dominic Hamper behind the net to set up his teammates. Hamper out front again. Sends it out point, but that ball is lost. Gathered in by Powers. Again, 2-man advantage here for Powers. 16 Racine over to Hamper. Hamper out front again, sets it up, and a nice defensive play by the Dragons to knock it down. That was 24, Friedman. Joseph Friedman. We've seen that play all night long from behind the net. Feed it out front and just fired on net, and it goes in, but we have another penalty. Legal body check on Powers. I believe they'll be down a man. So that means 1-man advantage. It's number 16, Nick Racine. He's got a goal tonight.
Powers penalty number 16, illegal body check, 1 minute.
Looked like he got his stick up into the body, and that is not allowed. Approaching 2 minutes left in this half of play. Dragons would love to have a goal here. First things first, got to get out of the hole. The Dragons are down 1 man currently. You hear the play being called out, or recognition. Here comes the play. They spread it out a little bit. Dragons bring it back out to try to reset the offense at 17. Raymore with the ball. Trying to find an opening someplace. Dragons just kind of keep that ball spread out. Looking for the lanes to cut in. A lot of individual effort out here by the Dragons as 15 comes in a tough angle. That's Burkle. Burkle can't cut that corner. Approaching 1 minute left in the half. 7-1 lead here by Powers, and a dominating offensive performance here in the second quarter of play. So the Dragons lose the handle. Ball is on the turf once again. Booker tries to sling that one in the offense, and what do we have? And they're warning Coach again. He can't get a word in edgewise, and he's having a hard time. And I believe he's trying to call timeout. That's what it was, and he's getting frustrated. Referees don't want to hear what he has to say, but he's calling a legitimate timeout. So at 52.7, Dragons call timeout. Try to gather themselves for the last couple seconds of play here to try to do something on the scoreboard. I'm sure he's down there challenging his players to keep their cool, play within the system, and good things will happen. I want to thank you for tuning in. I'm your announcer, Ian Locke. Orion Neighborhood Television's pleased to bring you Dragon Athletics all season long. And with the spring season well underway here in mid-April, we're wrapping up our school year coverage, starting way back with the football season and men's soccer and all that good stuff into the winter, and we had men's and women's basketball, and what a basketball season by the Dragon boys. Man, oh man, who saw that coming? Coach Tom Reese did a great job first year on the bench for the Dragons, did a fantastic job with the boys, developing them over the course of the season. It was ups and downs, but boy, did they peak at the right time and make history for LOHS this season as the timeout has expired and the Dragons are looking to attack here. Wide open lane and just wide right. Jacob Burkle had the alley there and he just missed. Got to make the goalie beat you, but you got to hit the goalkeeper first. Dragons retain possession here on the sling. And out front just missed again. That's number 7, Brad Bogus. 2 quick shots on goal here for the Dragons, and they've responded since the timeout. Inside 30 seconds, time is ticking. Zach Miller with the ball, looking to set up the offense. Nick Booker up top, number 10. Looking for the last rush here for the Dragons, going one-on-one, slings it down, looking for the bounce. That ball is free out front. Oh, what a save by Owen. Booker slams his cross down in frustration, thought he had one. But Booker just got his stick down in time to knock that one to the right of the goal. 12.5 to go here. Noah Floyd hanging on to that ball, and Powers is content to just burn this one out here on an offensive explosion here in the second quarter of play. Powers takes a 7-1 lead at the conclusion of the second quarter. We're at halftime. Dragons hoping to have some sort of offensive answer here for the second half. Be back with the second half action after this short timeout. This is ONTV. The sun is going down here at Dragons Stadium, but Flint Powers is lighting up the scoreboard. Don't forget, you can order DVD copies of this program for only $10. Call 248-693-3377 or 248-393-1060. And here's the scoring summary from the first half. You see it, quite a list. Hanchett with 2 goals, Maxud with 2 goals, Racine had 1. And you see Tata and Hamper. Hamper was the catalyst for that offensive explosion. You see Nick Booker, number 10, the only scoring done for the Dragons in the first half of play. But so far, I'd say player of the game is Dominic Hamper, the junior for Powers, who's put on a skill clinic out here with his passing, and he's set up at least 3 of those goals for Powers. And we'll see if Flint sticks with the routine of send the ball behind the net and look for the trailer. But the quick strike offense of Powers has done its damage early and often here at Dragon Stadium. Still battle going on for that opening draw. And it is a melee out there for that ball as the Dragons gain control. Ian Schlitt with the ball, number 13. Slows down his advance to set up the offense. Oh, what a save by Owen. Went short side, low corner. And it looked like it deflected off the post, but I think Brock Owen got a piece of that one. We have a whistle here, a turnover to, another penalty to the Dragons, it looks like. No, I think it was against Powers. Yeah, it is against Powers. 11:22 here as the clock stops for the penalty call. Dragons with the ball as Powers tries to set their
penalty,
situation.
number 51. Personal foul, 1 minute. Powers penalty, number
Ryan
48.
Jajo.
Personal foul, 1 minute.
51 is Ryan Jajo. He's a senior. And they're still trying to situate the personnel here. I believe 17, Sean Raymore has the ball, the senior. Back in that far corner. Waiting for the whistle here to blow so play can continue. And here we go. Oh, another unforced error. Ball is on the turf. Booker's there to collect it in. Guys got to be sharper with the passes. Nice quick movement here by the Dragons. Trying to get that ball around before the defense can set. Ball again is on the turf. Collected nicely and deflected. Trying to get into Booker inside. Nice aggressive play by number 7 to get in there. Bogus, Brad Bogus doing a nice job of trying to mix it up in there. Strong shot, but saved. That was 15. Jacob Burkle with the rocket, but Owen saw it all the way. Booker with the ball, strong shot, just miss again. Just off Booker, deflects it out. And the Dragons should retain possession here. As Brad Bogus collects that one in from the side. You hear the chatter from the sideline. Boy, Powers, they have a lot of energy. They're going to chatter a lot. They're in the lead. They got a 6-goal lead on the road. And the guys coming off the bench. There's a 2-man advantage here for the Dragons. Just expired as J-Jo and Javier Guerrera check back in for Flint. Approaching 10 minutes left in this third quarter. Miller in the back corner trying to collect it in. Offense is having a hard time to... Miller, tough angle. Nice save by Owen. Oh, Dragon ridden down into the crease area. And they're going to call it on, I'm not sure. I think they're going to give the ball to Powers. I thought the Dragon player was ridden down into the crease, but they're going to say it's Powers' ball. As Brad Bogus does a nice job of checking that one out of bounds. Horn blows. It's number 15 checks back in for the Dragons. It's Jacob Burkle. He's had a nice game. And number 22 for Powers takes a break. That is Frank Burgess. 9:32 left here in the third quarter. Dragons desperately looking for some sort of offensive output. We saw in the opening under a minute of play, Hanchett for Powers got them on the board. The Chargers struck first and quick. Dragons just missed that pass inside. Powers quickly advances that ball. We've seen it all night long. Trio of defenders gets back to prevent that progress, but it looked like a clean check, and they're going to call it, I believe, on the Dragons. Nick Booker, personal foul. 1 minute, so the Dragons will be down a man again. Thought it was a clean hit, but referee saying the stick was up high.
10, personal foul, 1 minute.
Nick Booker is going to take a seat for 1 minute, and there'll be a power play here for man advantage here for Powers. They're looking again inside, but the defense collapsed nicely to close out the lanes. And that the bounce shot was a bit off. Play continues. That last shot was by number 1, Spencer Owen. Another flag here. Man, oh man, it is just 20 personal foul slash. Another man down. 2 men down here for the Dragons again. And the laundry is all over the field.
Personal foul, 1 minute.
Coach Thomas is beside himself with the calls here. But he's clapping and encouraging his players to continue on. You have to continue on no matter what the call is. 2-minute advantage here for Powers. I believe the The first personal foul should expire here momentarily. Dragons will be a single man down as number 16, Nick Racine, who has a goal already tonight, collects that ball, and number 1, Owen, back to Racine. Racine looking for an opening, pestered nicely by the Dragon defense. 8 minutes left here in the third quarter. Point blank shot and a nice save by McGee. McGee got his positioning right and fanned that one up and knocked it wide of the net to keep it out. Powers, long shot. Oh wow, how did it find it? Found the back of the net. Is that Hanchett again? Got to get a number. I think that was Spencer Owen, number 1.
Powers goal, number 3, Connor Owen. Assist by number 4, Dominic Hamper.
Hamper again. That's Connor Owen, number 3. With the tally there, 8-1 lead. Yeah, I'd say Dominic Hamper, the junior for Powers, has the game of the night so far. 3 assists and a goal. He's been on every play when it's counted, it seems. And the Dragons are reeling right now. Illegal procedure here by the Dragons, it looked like, and they're going to say Powers ball as Aaron Hanchett, the senior, gets play underway here for Powers. Dragons struggling on offense here tonight, trying to look for any type of opening. Nice defensive knockaway there. Robert Aiello, number 20, had it but lost it. That ball is free on the turf. And they're going to say it's Powers' ball. And sometimes, even when the referees get it right, the frustration mounts. You feel you're playing within the rules of the game, and the whistle continues to go against you. That's when you have to take a deep breath and continue on. Approaching 7 minutes left in this third quarter of play. Dragons down 7. Looking for something here. A good defensive stop, a little spark to get it going, and nice defense here by number 4. Mitchell Leahy on defense, and they're going to call it a push out of bounds, and a personal foul. Man, oh man, this is a whole bunch of fouls here for the Dragons. I think that last oomph to get the Powers player out of bounds is what the referee was looking at. He had good position. Didn't need that last shove.
Penalty number 4, 30
out of play.
seconds. Personal foul.
Personal foul, only 30 seconds. So the Dragons will be a man down for 30. Can't give Powers any more advantages. They don't need it. Quick strike and knocked away. Nicely done by the defense. Ball is free at midfield. A nice check from behind by Brad Bogus again, but that ball is free and Hanchett is in the clear with the ball with a man advantage. Dragons should be full strength here within a couple seconds. There he comes. Dragons at full strength and just off the side of the net. McGee battling for that ball and he grabs it. Good effort there by Riley McGee, the goalkeeper for the Dragons. Oh, misplay out of bounds. Cleared it to the side. And it was misplayed by the Dragons and a turnover, a costly one deep in their end. As time stops at 6:11. If you're just joining us, this is Flint Powers versus the hometown Dragons. Nick Booker for the Dragons at 3:02 in the first period of play is the only tally for the home team tonight. Powers has seen many goals go in for them this evening by a variety of players. A lot of penalties here in this third quarter of play going against the Dragons, and a tough shot and just missed by Powers, but play continues. Battling for it out there. I don't know how you can see what's going on, and if there's, okay, they're going to say advantage to the Dragons, so the Dragons grab the ball. Not sure how you determine that. but we'll take it. Clock stops at 5:31. Dragons looking for a positive sign here on offense as McGee sends that one deep. I believe that was Gorsick with the ball. That ball is in deep and turned over here. Nice check from behind. Powers loses the ball. Dragons still battling. They're doing a nice job, sticking with it. Booker with the ball. The lone bright spot on offense here for the Dragons. Number 10, Nick Booker, setting up behind. Being probed. They're putting 2 men on the ball at every instance. Powers really pressuring the ball handler. Oh, tough move, and that ball comes out. Number 18 with a steal. That's Jonathan Zito for Powers. Dragons back with the ball again, looking to do something with it. Oh, deflected off. Miller had an angle, but it was deflected by the defenseman. And they're going to say it goes to Powers. Thought Tyler Gattinger had possession to have that ball, but referee begs to differ tonight. Personnel trying to get situated here before play resumes, and here we go. Again, fast advancement of that ball by Powers. They really move it up the field quick. Passing and ball control by this team has been at a higher level than the Dragons tonight. Dangerous place for that ball to be roaming free. Picked up by the Dragons. It's a 25. Nicholas Knitter. Nice job advancing that ball. Is number 2, Grant Glendy with the ball. Looking to set up the offense, covered by number 8, Jared May. Now Brad Bogus with the ball. Spin move, looking for a lane. Tries to shoot it high and wide. And a hustle play by Brock Owen, the goalkeeper, keeps the ball in Powers' possession, even though the Dragons look like they had a step on that ball, but they're going to turn it over to Powers. Nice challenge by the Dragons, but doesn't slow down the offense. Powers is on the move. Tough pass over to Hamper, excuse me. Number 4, Dominic Hamper. Boy, what a game for him tonight. A goal and 3 assists, but he's been on everything. What a move. And he's hard to get a hold of. And a nice shot, but saved by McGee. Nice job by McGee to keep an eye on that ball and deflect that one out wide. As the wind picks up here at Dragons Stadium, the sun has gone down. Temperatures dipping into the 40s. It is chilly, but the play is still fast and furious there. And oh, what a save by McGee. Ball got by him, but he staved it before it went all across that goal line. McGee again clears it to the left side. We saw that last time and it went out of bounds, but played nicely by number 25, Nicholas Knitter. Booker can't collect that one in, but he's still in the mix of it. Dragons in a scrum out there trying to get that ball, and it comes out to Powers. That ball is teeny tiny. Hard to see it out on this large field, and that is out of bounds on Powers, and the Dragons will get possession of that ball with 2:05 left in the third period. Crowd has thinned out a little bit as the score has ballooned in the favor of the visitors and the temperature has dropped. You hear the horn as substitutions are being made on both sides of the field here. Dragons looking for any positive sign to take into the fourth quarter. They'd love to tally 1 before the end of this quarter, or how about tally 5? How about that? 2:05 left in this third quarter. I want to thank all of our viewers for tuning in to this broadcast. ON TV, your local media outlet here in Orion Township, bringing you the best in Dragon athletics. they're going to call a timeout. Dragons Coach Thomas says, hey, let's talk about it. 1:45 left here in the third period of play.
Lake Orion calls timeout.
Powers discussing their defensive and offensive strategy here as the timeout expires here for the Dragons. Coach Chuck there must be very pleased with his Powers. We heard the Chargers. His team has played really well on offense tonight, equally as well on defense. And before the contest, we heard him talking to his players saying we need to strike quick and strike fast, and they did so. And Powers has never trailed in this game. They took a lead 1-0. 59 seconds into the contest. Excuse me, 58 seconds into the contest. And then tallied their second goal at 9:08. So after the timeout, Dragons looking to attack here. The ball is on the turf, and they're looking to set up the offense again. Booker with the ball up top. Booker looking to do one-on-one here, and he feeds it inside, and a quick shot just missed by the Dragons. They got it on frame, though. Looked pretty good. That was number 13 with his shot. That is Ian Schlitt. Booker with the ball once again on the right side. Heaves it to back behind the net to set up the offense. Burkle, nice move inside, protects that ball, spin move, and shoots it wide behind the net. And the ball goes out, but it's going to the Dragons. 51.4 seconds to go in this third period of play. Dragons love to tally one here to close out the third on a positive note. Wind is picking up here and the temperature is dropping. Game time temp was about 62 degrees and it was a slight breeze coming out of the east. Now it's blowing pretty steady. 17 with the ball, Sean Raymore taking his time to set up this offense. Dragons don't want to turn this over before the end. Here's Booker with a shot, and it goes in. I think it was deflected in by number 13, Ian Schlitt. Nicely done.
Lake Orion goal, Ian Schlitt.
The senior tallies a goal.
Nick Booker.
And an assist by Booker. So he's got an assist and a goal tonight, does Nick Booker. 29.9 to go in the third. And Ian Schlitt tallies the second goal for the hometown Dragons. Nice to end the third quarter on a positive note for Lake Orion. And maybe this momentum can continue on into the second half. Or excuse me, the fourth quarter. Jacob Burkle with the win on that draw. Loses it again, unforced error. And what are we saying here? Whistle at 19.2. And I believe they're going to give the ball to the Dragons as they set up offense. And here we go. Jacob Burkle with the ball over to Booker. 10 seconds to go. Time is ticking. Dragons need to strike quickly here. Oh, near shot. What a deflection. That was 13. That looked like give and go. Ian Schlitt almost had a second one in under 10 seconds. Nice offensive effort here by the Dragons. Oh, pulled from behind by the stick, no call. And that's the end of the third quarter. Dragons tally one, but it's all Flint Powers here in the second half. We're back with the fourth quarter of play after this short timeout. This is Orion Neighborhood Television. And welcome back to Varsity Lacrosse here on Orion Neighborhood Television. And don't forget, if you'd like to order a copy of this program, call 248-693-3377. For only $10, you can get a copy of this and any other game in our broadcast vault. And here's a look at some upcoming games that ONTV will be out and about in the community taping. We have girls varsity soccer coming up, along with varsity baseball, varsity softball versus Clarkston. Should be a good one. And some more girls lacrosse to round out that list, but we have games going into late May almost all the way up to the conclusion of the school year. And that will conclude ONTV's high school sports coverage for the 2011-2012 school year. And it's been an exciting one. A lot of great matches. We've seen ONTV cameras were at regional championship for volleyball. We had cameras up in Lansing when they went to the state finals. And we had cameras all over the place. We had them down at Callahan Hall. I believe that was Callahan Hall when the Dragons were down there battling for a regional title. Actually, this battling for the state semis in basketball. The cameras all over the Metro Detroit area, including here in Lake Orion, collecting all the sports action you can handle. As the Dragons look to score again, and a save, point-blank range by Owen. Oh my. Dragons thought they had another one, and frustrations again get the better of the Dragons. I believe they're going to call a foul as Nick Booker hightails it off the field. I think that's on a line change. I don't think he was sent off by the referee. But oh boy, the Dragons had point-blank shot, and Owen just got up in time to collect that one in, and you can see the frustration just starting to mount here for the Dragons. They can keep their head about them, just keep within themselves and play this game. We've seen them in the past put a lot of goals in quickly, just not tonight. Scoring summary here for the Dragons. Nick Booker in the first quarter of play at 3:02 the first. And Ian Schlitt here at 29.9 seconds left in the third period of play is all the scoring the Dragons have done so far this evening. As Brad Bogus weaves his way in, and we get tally another one. Score, Dragons. Boy, they needed that one.
Lake Orion goal number 7, Brad Charlie Bogus.
Brad Bogus.
Unassisted.
Unassisted there as you hear the PA announcer announce. Brad Bogus. Cuts the lead to 5, 8-3 Dragons. Do we have momentum? Possibly. 2 goals here in under 3 minutes of play, continuing on from the third quarter. Dragons not giving in, still playing hard. It's good to see. We have the draw, and Dragons come out with it. Look for another tally quickly. This could get interesting. Oh, wide shot, way off line to the left. Jacob Burkle, he had an angle. We saw the lane there on the camera there. He had a nice lane to the net, and he slung it just wide left. He's going far post and missed it by a good 2 feet. A yellow on defense there, knocks down the advancing Powers player, and he's going to be called. And he knocked down Aaron Hanchett, who got the worst of that one, and he's kind of shake that one off. Call him a push, and I believe he'll be sitting out for 1 minute. Yellow trying to make the defensive stop, does so, but at the price of some playing time. 10-12 left here in the game.
Penalty number 20, 30-second technical.
Technical foul, so 30-second, that's good. Personal fouls, sometimes they roll them up to a minute, I believe. So Powers again, man up. Dragons man down. When you're down 5 goals, you can't go a man down. You need everybody in the game. Long shot by Powers, and that swings by wide. And we're going to say that is possession retained here by Powers. 9:47 left in this contest. It's been all Powers since the opening draw, but at the end of the first, I thought we were going to have a nice tight match. It was 2-1 Powers at the end of the first period, but in the second they opened it up for 5 goals to pretty much it's where we're sitting right now. But since halftime, they've only produced 1 goal, so the Dragon defense is buttoned up nicely. They've held them But if the Dragons can't come back, the damage has been done. 9:15 left in the game. Powers still on the attack here. And play resumes. Dragons would love to get a turnover here and a free run on that net. And a nice save by Riley McGee. Sends that one over the top of the net. McGee's been pressured since the opening draw. Not sure how many times Powers and Lake Orion have met up. Oh, what a laser. Spencer Owen tallies another one.
Powers goal, number 11, Connor Maxud.
Oh, it's Connor Maxud. That's
Assist
11, not a 1.
Dominic Hamper.
Hamper with another one. He gets another assist. That's 4 assists for Hamper. And Connor Maxud gets that goal. Unbelievable. Maxud, that is 3rd goal of the night. He gets the hat trick. But the play of the night is Hamper. Bucket load of assists and his own goal to go with it. It's pretty nice numbers to have for a high school match. Dragons again in the hole, down 6. Thought the momentum switched in our favor here just a moment ago with 2 quick goals. 1 to end the 3rd and 1 to start the 4th, but Powers responds. Hamper with the ball, knocked out. Good defense by Nicholas Knitter. But Hamper, boy, has he been a thorn in this Dragons side all night long. Smart play by Hamper. He knows where to feed it. Good pinch in and a check by the Dragons, and they come up with it. Mitchell Lehey. Dragons grab that ball again and try to get it out. That's Aiello back in the contest. The 30-second foul is concluded as McGee comes way out of the net. Nice pass to advance that ball up to number 2, Glendy, and he's on the move. Powers defense does a nice job, though, of shutting down the lanes. There he goes, Glendy going solo. Knocked down in front by the defender. Hit him pretty hard. You can see him wincing just a little bit. Hit him with some force. But Powers, again, is on the move. Connor Owen with the ball. Score, Powers. I believe that's Spencer Owen.
Powers goal, number 1, Spencer Owen.
Yeah.
Assist from number 3, Connor Owen.
Jeez Louise, it's a Owen nightmare out here. We have Spencer Owen, Connor Owen, and Brock Owen. Brock Owen's a senior. Spencer Owen is a sophomore. Connor Owen is also a sophomore. Anytime a Dragon fan hears the last name Owen, everybody's gonna flinch and twitch and go, oh. Shivers down your spine. The trio of Owens here on this Chargers team is wreaked havoc on the Dragon defense tonight. 10 goals here for Powers. LOHS looking for something here. We said a comeback starts with the first goal, and that's what we're looking for right now. Down 7 with 7 minutes to go. Defense needs to button up, and the offense needs to get something going quick just to have some sort of answer here. Is number 7, Bogus with the ball, and he scores. Bogus again has come alive here in the 4th quarter, his 2nd goal of the 4th. 4th tally here for the Dragons.
Lake Orion goal, number 7, Brad Charlie Bogus.
Bogus doing a nice job of trying to keep the Dragons alive. And that was a quick score here for the Dragons. 6:43 left. Someone left the microphone open there for a second. And they're going to call procedure against Powers, and the Dragons have the ball, and here we go. Jacob Burkle with the ball, trying to set up the O. Bogus with 2 quick goals here in the 4th. And he's looking for more. Zach Miller with the ball on the side there. White ball, the referee says. Horn blows for a sub coming in. Play stops. Nice to end this game with some solid play here for the Dragons. And on a positive note, very close to that end line was Miller as he goes down with the pressure from number 40, Noah Floyd. Oh, nice pass inside, going for the bounce shot, can't get it to go as, score! Bogus came in, knocked it down, and number 13 sends it in, Ian Schlitt. Second goal of the night for Schlitt. Flurry of goals here for the Dragons in the later stages of this 4th quarter of play. They've cut this lead in half.
Assist by number 7,
Brad Bogus gets the assist. Bogus on fire here in the last 3 minutes of this 4th quarter. 5:55 go in the contest. Dragons making some noise here, not going away quietly. And timeout is called as Powers is going to discuss it. I know head coach Chuck Varick from Powers is not pleased with this, the way they're finishing here. We heard the last time out, finish, finish, finish was the mantra that the Powers Chargers were preaching to the competitors here, and so far Dragons are doing that. And Powers is kind of shut down. They see a victory on the horizon, but hey, Dragons are still in this thing. They've scored 3 goals in this 4th period. Brad Bogus for the Dragons has really turned it on here in the last 3 minutes of play. I want to thank all of our viewers for tuning in to ONTV's coverage of high school sports. We encourage all of our viewers to come on out to the venues during these games, and you can find athletic event schedules at the Orion School District website under athletics. They have all of them for high school and middle school and everything, and we just encourage all of our viewers to come on out to show support to these student athletes. And there's nothing like seeing a game live and in person. 5:55 go here when the draw to get play underway here as the referee gives some instructions to the players here. And we see Jacob Burkle doing the draw here. I think that's Hanchett for Powers. Yes, it is, number 2. He's been in a lot of the action all night long. Dragons win the draw, though, and they're on the move. See what they can do with it. They scored quickly already. 2 goals in under a minute. Time's ticking, 5:30 left in this contest as the speed of play. You see the Dragons on offense a little more urgent here. Nice inside move. Ball is on the turf, and the reset here by the Dragon offense. Backhanded pass over to Miller. Miller can't handle it, but he does collect it in. Looks like a 3-2 zone type defense here by Powers, if we're going to use a basketball reference. Approaching 5 minutes to play. Dragons still probing that defense. We've seen different defensive looks here for Powers all night long, as Jacob Burkle sends that one in and just misses. Got to give props to the goalkeeper, 21, Brock Owen, in net, the senior netminder for Powers. Until a moment ago, he was only allowed 2 goals in, but the Dragon offense has come alive. Oh, nice underhand shovel. Nice control there. Ball is still free. Dragons still a chance at it, but Owen is there. He's got the big basket, and he scoops that baby up and clears that one out. Ball's on the turf. Check again. Ball's on the turf. Dragons really playing tough out there, trying to get that ball loose. Intercepted by the Dragons. And they're on the move. That's 17, Sean Raymore. Oh, Raymore lost it on the turf. Good body position by Powers to keep him from getting that ball back. Hanchett with the ball. Foul. There's a flag on the field. And Hanchett is disarmed at 3:57 left in the contest. And I believe they're going to call this one on number 17, Sean Raymore. Holding, 30-second foul. So the Dragons will be down for 30 seconds. A man down again when they need everybody out there participating. But they're battling out there trying to get back in this thing with 3:57 to go. Fouls are a part of the game.
Lake Orion penalty number 17, 30 seconds. Technical, holding.
Holding. Number 16, Nick Racine has a goal tonight. He has the ball for Powers. Powers looking to tack another one on to take the air out of the rally balloon here for the Dragons. Powers again behind the net, setting up offense up front. We've seen it all night long, the setup where they pass the ball around the perimeter of the defensive fronts. And then they go behind the net and do a quick strike to the cutter in the middle. It's paid dividends all night long, but the Dragons were there to stop it at that point. And the ball is turned over by number 1, Spencer Owen. And the Dragons will trigger from the side here. We'll see what we can do. Mitchell Leahy, number 4, the ball, slings it. Far side. Try to reverse action here on the field. Holding the jersey is number 3. No call, the ball is going out. They're gonna call it out on the Dragons. Connor Owen, hey, if they don't call it, you can do it. 3:27 left in this contest. Powers in command, leading by 5. Owen with the ball in the clear, shoots low, saved in a deflection, trying to go in, but saved by McGee. Ball is deflected out. And they're saying blue ball. As the clock stops at 3:15, a little scoring summary here. Nick Booker, Ian Schlitt, and Brad Bogus, all the scorers here tonight. Bogus with 2 goals and assist for the Dragons as a long shot finds the back of the net. And that should ice it here for Powers by number 11, Connor Maxud, for his 4th goal tonight.
Powers goal number 11, Connor Maxud.
Maxud, he pulls in, that's his third goal of the night for Powers, Connor Maxud. 3:07 left in this contest. 6-goal lead again for Powers. That should ice it here for the Chargers. Dragons still going to be competing here, trying to get the goal in, or get the ball in the goal, obviously. And the guys down low here, it's like Aiello and his compatriot here are going at it again, but no interference here from the referee like we saw earlier, giving a lecture on taking your position and holding it. Inside 3 minutes left in this game, 11-5, Powers in command. Dominating performance by Flint Powers. The Chargers came down 75 and took it to the Dragons early and often. And really brought it tonight. It was a really impressive display of skill. Not a lot of unforced turnovers by the Chargers. Miller cutting inside, still has the ball, trying to do something with it, but it's deflected out. Ball is on the turf, chased down by number 17, Sean Raymer. And the whistle blows. Timeout Lake Orion. 2:15
Lake
left.
Orion calls timeout.
2:15 left in this contest. 6-goal lead by Powers. Want to thank all of you for tuning into this broadcast. And don't forget, Orion Neighborhood Television has moved into our brand new studio on Joslyn Road, just south of Clarkston Road at the Orion Center. The Orion Center will house Orion Neighborhood Television and the Orion Township Parks and Recreation Department, including the Senior Center, which is moving from downtown Lake Orion to the Orion Center. And it's a beautiful facility. It's just on the verge of opening for everybody. Orion ONTV has been open for, I would say, this is our 4th week in operation at 100% capacity at our new place. And it's a beautiful studio with new state-of-the-art equipment. We encourage all of our viewers and friends of ONTV to come on out and take a look at it. We'd love giving tours of the place, showing off our new digs and the new studio and the new equipment and our new capabilities to bring you the best quality programming, local programming in Orion Township. It's been 20 years in the making for this move for ONTV, and we couldn't be happier with our new accommodations at the Orion Center. Be there for years to come, bringing you quality programming and information and training to the community who's interested in television production. Play resumes here after the timeout by Lake Orion. Approaching 2 minutes left in the contest. 6-goal lead here for Powers. Sean Raymore with the ball, looking for a clear opening, does not see it. Dragons move the ball around. Ian Schlitt with 2 goals tonight. And unforced error there by Booker. Ball's on the turf. Dragons have to reset the offense. 1:43 left. Like to end this one with a tally. And behind the net here again, offense sets up. They're being very methodical here. I think that last goal by Powers really took the fight out of the Dragons just for a little bit here, but they'd love to tally another one before they get out of here. Low screamer goes wide left and out of play. Looks like it will be Powers' ball. No, it'll be Dragons. They'll still have it. 1:12 left. Oh, nice feint to the right and roll to the net, almost like a pick and roll. Brad Bogus trying to get another one here tonight, looking for a hat trick. As you hear the Powers bench calling out the offensive assignments, or excuse me, defensive assignments, as the ball is tracked down to get play underway here to finish the last 1:05. Dragon faithful are still here rooting on the boys. Over to Miller. Miller, nice spin move, low scream shot, almost goes in. How did Brock Owen see that? Oh my. Times Owen in net for Powers has stood on his head. He's good vision there by the senior. He's been through the battles. Booker cuts in and Bogus again fires a low screaming shot. That ball just sails wide. 39.1 to go. And it will be Dragon ball. I want to remind you that replays of these games can be seen Tuesdays and Thursdays starting at 9 p.m. and we have them on the weekends too. Another score. Hands being held up, yes. Dragons not another one. Didn't hear a whistle.
Goal, number 10, Nick Booker.
Nick Booker tallies one, the second of the game.
Number 1, Zach Miller.
And Zach Miller tallies the assist. Booker at 25.8 as the wind begins to howl here at Dragon Stadium. It's good to end the game on a positive note. 4 goals in the 4th period of play here for the Dragons. They've outplayed Powers here in the last quarter. Dragons have scored 4 to only 2 to Powers. As play is called to a halt here with 13.1 to go. Powers will leave here with the W, and the Dragons will fall to 1-2 on this young season and look to bounce back as the season continues. Still playing tough out there, some tough checks. As number 3 Connor Owen takes exception to the defensive play of Michael Gorsick of Lake Orion, as that ball is slung the length of the field. As the horn sounds, Powers goes to congratulate Brock Owen, as they should. He had a great game tonight, holding the Dragons to just 6 goals. And Powers takes the win here on the road, 11-6.
We look forward to having you.
Thank all of you for
as our
tuning
guests
in to
the
this
future.
contest and supporting Orion Neighborhood Television. I'm your announcer, Ian Locke, and we'll see you back on the air again as we continue to cover spring sports all season long. On the 26th, we'll be back on the air with the girls varsity soccer match versus Troy. On the 27th, we'll be out and about trying to get the baseball game, weather permitting, against Oxford. And on May 2nd, varsity softball versus Clarkson should be a good one. And May 9th, girls lacrosse here at Dragon Stadium. And again, DVD copies can be purchased by calling 248-693-3377. That's all for us here at ONTV. Good night, everybody, and thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time on ONTV.